What's up, folks? It's your man Jay Will. So, trying to give you some likes and dislikes on the 2018 Dodge Charger Scatpack. There are some dislikes with this car. So, I've had it for a while now, and I've got just over 2,000 miles on it. Been trying to put some miles on it, get that break-in period over. And there's a few things. Now, my comparison here is actually going to be with my 2018 300 compared to how they do the Dodges and the 300s. And some likes and dislikes is pretty simple for me. The first thing is the tires. So let's go outside. Now, Dodge chose to put 245, 45, 20 on this car. And this car has 485 horsepower. So I don't know how they thought that we were going to be able to put that down to the ground with that type of tire on there. And then it's a Goodyear Eagle or whatever it is. It's all right. It's not definitely my first choice for a wheel. But unfortunately, this is not enough. So, I mean, I've already saw for that. I got new wheels and tires coming. Not the 22s. The 22s are on the green Charger. I got a set of 20s staggered. I got 20 by 11 on the rear and 20 by 9 on the front. But I got a set of 305, 35, 20s Mickey Thompsons on the rear of this car. They're already here. The wheels will be here tomorrow. Depending on when you watch this video, it's already on. So just go check back through. But for now, July 5th, yeah, my 305 Mickey Thompsons came in. And here's the thing about the tires, folks. The Charger Scatpacks and Challenger Scatpacks normally come with a 9 or 9.5 inch wheel. Folks, if you're putting anything higher than a 275/40 on the rear of this car, you're making a mistake. You're itching for some problems. Even though it's gonna work, you definitely don't want to put a very wide tire on the car. 275/40 20 is the highest recommended by Dodge. So ultimately, that opens up the door to issues if you start having problems with your car. Anything can happen. You hit the right turn or the right corner, and the tire slides. Anything can happen, man. So I don't recommend that you go any higher. If you're going to keep the stock rims on there, 275/40 is the way you should go. But I went with a 11 inch on the back. So I'm not doing 315s because 315s rub, and I don't want to do any spacers. So I did 305, 35, 20 to put it on that 11 inch wheel on the back. And I think that's going to be a hot spot for me. It's a wide tire, man. So it's looking pretty good. But yeah, these tires, Dodge, I don't know what you was thinking. I'm not really feeling it. And while we're on the tires, here's another gripe that I have. This wheel right here, now this is a 2018, but this wheel right here is a wheel that they've been offering for a long time on Challengers and Chargers. I really wish in 2018, so if you're ordering the car, if you're going onto the website and building it, you can pick what you want, but the packages it has to match up. So it seems like, when I had to find this color, and whoever put the package together, they picked this wheel. Now this may be a good looking wheel, but honestly, if I didn't have this wheel on here and I had the other another wheel, I probably wouldn't even buy rims and tires. I would just switched out the rear tires to a good 275/40/20 and kept it, because this, of all the wheels for Dodge, I don't like these the most. There's all the wheels on my other Challenger Scatpack. I really like those on this car, but if I wanted this color for some reason, all of the ones like this had these wheels on it. So I don't know, but I don't like these wheels too much, and I wish that they had a better selection of wheels for the 2018 Chargers and Challengers. But that's a little petty, a little minor thing. That's a personal preference. Now here's something else that now this is gonna sound crazy, but remember, this is how I feel about this. Now this, I really wish that they would have not put this on here, because and also this right here, I'm not really a fan of this. If this would have been like black or just not on there, I would have been cool with that. But I really like this blacked out Charger. This red one, it's nice and everything. I'm not gonna take it off, but I don't really care for that too much. It matches the 392 up front, the red, and that's cool and everything. But I don't really like. If that was black, I'd really like that. I really like it. This is a color thing, and I could probably change that to a black logo, but it doesn't bother me that much. But I don't really care for this big red RT back here. I don't get it, man. You know, I know it's Road and Track for all those that don't know. That's actually stands for Road and Track with that red logo right there. But yeah, that's something else that I really don't really care too much for. Now let's get inside. Now, something that I've never really been a fan of. Okay, so if you've ever seen an SRT8 Durango, you have the option to get it with the dash upgraded and not get this plastic. They have the kind with the stitching. I don't know if any of the Chargers have that option to get like the stitching that if you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen a Durango, not one of the, it has to be one of the Durangos with the red interior, I believe, because I don't think that's an option on the other ones with the Alcantara. But the dash is not this plastic. I don't like all this plastic right here. I think this is lame, you know, to have all this plastic. And it's like, it's everywhere, man. It's like, it makes it look real cheap. As you can see, if you just rub up against it, you get little marks like this. And it's everywhere, man. All of this right here, I can go ahead and get this wrapped, you know, and have it changed out. But I don't like it, man. I don't like how that looks. I don't like it. I think this is just bad. It just makes the car look real cheap in the inside. You got this nice leather wrapped steering wheel, and you got some of this nice little metallic looking theme going around here. This plastic though, not feeling it at all. It's just not a good look, man. I don't know what it is. I've never liked it really. And you know, I don't know, man. It just doesn't look good. It just looks bad. Look at this all around here. It just doesn't look good. Not to me. Now let's take a look at something about the interior. And then we'll go back to some things with the engine. All right, folks, so with the interior, now this is just another personal preference. So the color options available on Chargers are definitely different than offered on the 300. Now, my 300, even though I don't like leather, that white leather was actually pretty sweet. So if I could have gotten, now I can actually change this out to a white leather, obviously. But I'm not a fan of leather because it's hot where I live at. You know what I'm saying? I like to ride with the windows down sometimes, and that leather, oh man, it's horrible. So the Charger options for interior are a lot different than the 300. I actually like the options on the 300 a little bit better. Now, if you start getting into like the Hellcat and the Demon, I've seen the options available for like the brown leather and stuff like that, which is pretty much the same as the 300. But on the Scatpack Chargers, I haven't seen any of them with like brown leather. I think I've seen red Alcantara, I believe. I can't remember, but the white is the one that I would have chosen, or like a light gray leather. I think the interior options, I think they should offer more options for the interior of the cars. And I think that will be real nice. This dark gray right here it's all right. But I really like, and again, if you know me, you know I don't like leather. So, but that white leather in my 300, my 2018 300 was hot, man. And I really like that combination. So if they would have done something like that, I probably would have gotten white leather for the interior. I know I would have, because I like white leather. But that's the only leather for looks I like is the white. Other than that, I do not like leather at all. So interior options, like color options, the Charger needs more of them. It needs a different set of options, man, for sure. Now let's switch over to the dash real quick, and I'll tell you something else. All right, right here is where, like in the center of that right there, your MDS will show a 4-cylinder when you're cruising if it kicks on. So here's the thing. In my Challenger Scatpack, the MDS kicked on almost immediately when I hit the highway and started cruising. I hit cruise control, turned it on, it just started right up. It was crazy. And I got really good. On the Challenger Scatpack cruising, man, I would probably get almost 25, 26, 27 all the time. And this car, the most I've gotten with just cruising, the highest this thing is seen is 23.4 or 23.3 or something like that. The MDS on this car, and I don't know what it is, but the MDS on this car does not start up as fast, and it doesn't stay on as long, even if I'm cruising. And I compared this to the same strip that I drive every week, which is like 2 or 3 hours back and forth, right? So I compared it, and I was like, wow, I can't believe I didn't even get barely 22 miles to the gallon, and it's the same roads, everything. Now, the Scatpack Challenger was a 2016. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know. But the 2018, that 4-cylinder will pop up in the center right there for your fuel economy right there. It's blank right now, but if I start cruising at the right speed, you'll see the 4-cylinder pop up. And it lets you know the MDS is kicked in. For some reason with this car, man, it just doesn't start up as fast. And when it does start up, it doesn't stay on very long. So I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. That's just a little gripe and one of the dislikes about this car. When I'm cruising, you know, I want to get that good gas mileage that Dodge promised. And doesn't look like it's happening yet with this car. It could be I'm still in the break-in phase. The Challenger had about 8,000 miles on it before I got rid of it, or like 9,000 maybe. Maybe has 7,000 or so. It didn't have a lot on there, but it was definitely nice and broke in. So maybe later on down the line when this one hits about 8,000 or 5,000 miles or so, I'll start to see that 4-cylinder mode kick in more. Now, another thing I think is strange that Dodge did with this car with so much power, the exhaust. So you could put a full custom exhaust on here. It's definitely possible, and I would recommend you do that. Go with a Corsa if you're going to do that. But if you're wanting to save some money and not put a full exhaust on yet, you can do what everybody else has done. I've done it. Delete the center mufflers on this car. The sound is better. And you can hear the V8. Not that it's quiet, you know what I'm saying, because the active exhaust on here is fantastic as is from the factory. But you'll drop a couple of pounds, you know, under the car by deleting those, but you'll get the true sound of the car. Now, if you want to go full gangster mode, just beast mode, delete your cats, the middle, and the rear, and you're gonna hear this thing roar. It's crazy. I don't need that type of sound. If any other upgrades happen to this car, it's going to be a Corsa exhaust. All right, folks, so there it is. Loving the ride. I'll have the wheels on soon. And there's not a lot that I dislike about this car, man. It's just little simple things like that. Maybe later on when I start to, if I have it long, I start to do more modifications, I'll find some things that I really don't care for. But until then, you know, I'm leaving this on. I see a lot of people changing this out to that Scatpack, that boosted Scatpack symbol. But I'm leaving mine on there. I'm gonna leave mine on there.